Every time I see you.
Oh, it's so funny. Did I tell you the story last time? How has this had the same thing happen? It's easy done. Yeah.
I was thinking of like a word and species today when I was reading, but I typed in, it was like Ophidiatum or something. I typed in the species wrong.
So we're going to listen to a little bit of a tractor up until the track Guck, if everyone's familiar with that. So, hell yeah. This is how they take it. You can pass it around, but like... We also have special edition tapes. Yes.
Oh
Right
yeah?
up here with a little collage.
Many collages.
That's right, that's right. They're all different. So.
I can't even see you, man. I was like, where's that coming from?
This one wasn't a story earlier.
Yes.
So cool. Okay. Let's hope it's not too loud. Or loud enough, I just. Okay. Sorry, it's a new setup.
not holding in our hand the green discharge graph. The mental trap stands for silhouettes.
A little question and answer now. It's for the legs. Let me make sure that these are loud enough. 1, 2. Check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 2, 2. It does work. I just need to find the right button. Hello.
Is it plugged in?
Yeah, about 2 seconds.
That sounds like it might be it. It's in the background, yes, wait now. How's this? Let me hear. So good. Pass it around. This 1, 2. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you everyone for being here. This is cool. Cool cassette for our community.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for bringing this out this year earlier. So good. Yeah. What is portable heads? This is a question that is.
What is it?
Yeah. What is it? What is portable heads? It's Papa Hotel. Something like that might be.
You mean literally? I don't know.
Yeah. I'll take any answer.
I don't know. A band.
A band. Where's portable heads from? Sounds like a different planet.
Well, yeah, I mean, 3/4 of those from Dundee, and Carl, who's not here, is from Fife. That's maybe where the other planet side comes in.
Yeah, for sure. That's cool. And how did we end up with something like a tractor from a planet like Dundee? Where?
I don't know. Am I just sitting there?
Only you.
Have have you been Portable Heads for a while? Were you under a different name before?
Yeah, we used to be called Siamese until some guy in California tried to sue us.
Is that true?
It's kind of true. There's a band in California called Siamese with Two Eyes, and he threatened some action of some kind if we didn't change our name. So we changed our name to Portable Heads.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So, I mean, basically what happened with it was the guy, I don't know how he even caught wind of us, but he messaged the band at some point, 2020 maybe?
Yeah, kind of cool at times.
Yeah. So he messaged us out the blue, and the kind of claim that he made was because Siamese with two eyes is not a real word, that he had the copyright on it within both US and UK. So we were effectively like within grounds to sue. Again, it was all very vague, and like it was just getting to the point where he was messaging so much, it was like, fuck this band name, I don't like it anymore. So yeah, we basically just changed it. The name does come from a pretty disgraced band, we'll not go into. But yeah, that was basically the origin of the name change, as it were.
Damn. Where did you guys meet? Whatever, past, present tense, doesn't matter.
Well, we have known each other since we were like 4.
Wow. 2 years ago.
And we always talked about making a noise rock album in P2. Eventually it came to fruition. But yeah, no, I mean, we've known each other for years and years.
My
and just-
earliest memory of him is him splitting his head open and putting it on.
Violence.
So that was that. I think it was Andrew instigated like the idea of starting a band, and just said, "Do you want to do it?" And I said, "Yeah." But eventually, yeah, we did eventually start it, and then we were putting up flyers.
I put up some posters for
Yeah.
Don't Know What, it was very cheesy.
We probably still
Rowan
have
could
this.
probably better actually, he can tell you word for word what was on it.
Oh, that's cool. With a phone number or more like email?
I think that's
Yeah, it had both phone number and email.
Yeah.
I believe I emailed because I
You
didn't
did,
want
you
to
did.
actually
You
talk
did
to
actually, yeah. Your email wasn't even just a normal email, it was like,
Yeah, it was-
someone for hire or something like that, so I thought it was someone.
I would continuously change my email at that time under like different false names.
I thought I was being scammed for that. I'm out of the night.
So every time I would email Andrew back and be under a different email.
That's great. Then it'll make me work to take them out for future projects. Just like, oh, it's this time that Robert go back to us. Want him to play the drums.
We'll get on the line. Gentlemen for hire.
That's really cool. And from there until then, releasing your first song, what was the process?
Well, I guess Callum joined at some point because we got kind
Could
of.
you use the mic as well?
Yeah, oh yeah, sorry.
Callum, well, because we never really had a bassist, and one of our friends was kind of just filling in for a bit. And it wasn't until our friend was moving away that we asked Callum, who we knew via Martin and Drainpipes back in the day, and he wanted to join, and he was quite keen. And we made a couple of EPs, and luckily Callum liked them enough that he wanted to stay.
Yeah, that genuinely was.
Yeah. So, and
So he
then,
was going to leave because
he went to Edinburgh, which is why he's not here tonight, because he lives in Edinburgh. And yeah, so he was on because he thought that's what bands do.
So I just want to clarify something. So you had a cassette released for a tractor?
Yeah, well, we never, I don't think, other than on streaming, I don't think we ever like released anything. Did we? I can't remember.
We had an EP cassette that
That's what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
yeah, I forgot about that.
I brought a copy to remember it wrong. Yes, yeah, it's perfect. Like, it's got the two eyes as well. To
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a back to Siamese, yeah.
Goes with bring in like your long lost brother as well.
Yeah,
I'm the worst person to answer these, I'm so forgetful. Yeah. Not articulate now.
yeah, that's awesome. It does think that's interesting now knowing the story because it has the two eyes, but it's a portable head. So
Yeah.
it must have been in that transition moment that you were like, we're gonna let go, but not quite. It's just like, come on, find it.
I think we did make some. We had the artwork beforehand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, genuinely what happened was we had released, I think, one single song, this might be a bit sort of misremembering things, but I think what basically happened was we released one song, and then that Siamese guy, like, he got featured on some, I don't know, California radio thing or something, and they tagged us. And I honestly think that's what instigated the whole thing. But at that point, we had the song out, so it was already, you know, it was already Siamese with the I, and then we were mid-EP release, because with the EPs, we had so much stuff that we were just like, we'll make an albums with stuff, split it over 2 EPs, one will be a bit darker, one will be a bit lighter. And the first one is still not on our streaming because distributors are just very awkward and don't work. But yeah, like the whole thing was like mid-release, so that's why some of the stuff is still probably under Siamese somewhere with like a monthly listener. Yeah.
That's really interesting. So is this like your first musical project as well for like the 3 of you that are here just now?
Yes. Yes, it is.
That was a really shitty metal band second.
Oh yeah, can we name it?
It was called Maelstrom.
Whoa.
Yeah.
My dad's metal band was called Maelstrom.
Yeah, I think we wrote like 2 songs and just abandoned them. It was just genuinely awful. It was.
What kind of metal? Just.
It was not. So I did love Vincenzo, but that's another story. No, it was probably like Machine Head inspired at the time or something. I was like 15.
Sweet.
Fuck off.
Sweet.
That's really fun. When did you decide to start using more than 4 pedals? I mean, even Rowan has pedals in the band.
I think it comes from a lack of technical ability.
That's not true.
Callum almost calls them talent boosters.
Yeah. No, I think it was just purely like at a certain point bands we admired seemed to be doing that. Like I think at the time it was maybe Smashing Pumpkins, My Bloody Valentine that were infamous for pedal usage, stacking fuzz and stuff, and then just slowly spiraled out from there, trying to be more interesting and probably just ending up way more self-indulgent than interesting. But yeah, there's nothing more interesting to the story. It's just an endless loop of.
So I've kind of got a relevant question, because obviously you all have like quite eclectic tastes. So how long did it kind of take you to like wrangle in what you actually wanted to sound like as a band? Like, it's not.
We know what we want to say.
Yeah, or is that kind of ongoing?
We just found out that we don't want to sound like Tool anymore.
Me and Adam were really into Tool when we were teenagers.
That's cool. Weren't we all? Yeah.
It's good, we have a cool crowd.
But yeah, do you just kind of chat about like what bands you really like the sound of and how you could kind of incorporate the cool things that they do? Is that kind of it?
I think it more genuinely just comes down to a lot of the music that we tend to end up writing, and I mean, I would go through this like genuinely track by track. A lot of it is like somewhat incidental in that a mistake might trigger the song, or a quick little moment will trigger a song. So a lot of it just comes down to the 4 different sensibilities, just doing what they do. I mean, a lot of this album is primarily written through like jamming and just like feeling things out, so that I don't think there's very rarely discussion. I think discussion about sounds probably more comes down to how we would like it to sound mix-wise. So for example, like the next thing, I think some of the influences would be like, I don't know, Portishead Third and
We're working on.
Well, no, I'm saying like what
well,
sounds
we
we want to.
Well, I think we all have quite similar music tastes, so. And I think we all just like making good music and noisy music, and I think we were all quite into this heat, which is probably quite apparent if you were around this heat. I don't know. I think at some point when we were jamming, we kind of became a post-rock band, but we didn't want to be a post-rock band, so we just, I don't know. I'm not really sure. We were all listening to Black Midi and stuff like that as well, and because they were kind of one of the hit bands at the time, so I think that's a bit apparent as well, but I think we're kind of over that now, it's fine.
Like, what was the timeline? Because obviously, like, Siamese sounded quite different.
Yeah.
So did you, like, change into Portable Heads kind of coincide with like the kind of whole like Speedy Wonderground sound, and you're like, oh, that's an excuse to just like go in that kind of
I
channel.
don't necessarily think so. I generally think our EP sounds there really wasn't as much Callum influence. I think maybe Callum joined the band and we all became, a bit more synchronised and we jammed a bit more. And I think Smith sounds, yeah, it's all fucking, yeah. And yeah, I think just having chemistry and that sound kind of just came from that, I guess. But we all have pretty similar music tastes. I know it's eclectic, but there's like a Venn diagram where it all crosses over, and I guess that's the crossover point.
Sweet.
I want to ask about the recording process. That is perfect. So
I don't know anything about recording.
sounds pretty great. But so did you do the last tape and also the album Attractor? That was the mixing and
For the EPs, it was recorded, mixed, and it was mastered by someone else. But yeah, it was recorded and mixed by Elliot McWhinney and Nicholas Myers. Yeah, and then we were actually going to have Attractor be recorded by them again, and we got 2 tracks. Well, we got 3 tracks done of it, but only 2 of the ones that they recorded appear on the album, which is Venus and Skeletal. Yeah, and you can tell that because they sound vastly better than what I recorded. But yeah, it came to it wound up being that due to lockdown and problems with everyone getting COVID. That we just found like we're not able to get anyone's schedules like to line up, and then I just went screw it, I guess I'll do it.
oh, that's a cool story, bro. But so how does this affect Portable Hits going in the future? Because I really think that like the album sounds great. It's like very cohesive and feel like you did what you wanted to do. Like, yeah, I don't feel like you need anybody else unless you want to work with somebody else. Sorry.
Yeah, I kind of illustrated that. Yeah, we could pretty much just do it at our own leisure, and yeah, don't really have to work to anybody else's sort of ideas if we don't want to, because that's what we're doing for the next sort of album. Is just all currently been self-recorded and I guess going to be mixed by us and released that way. Yeah, but with the amount of mixing notes I get every time I send something.
That genuinely is a big part of it. It's like when you do send it to like an external source, it's like when you do send it to an external source and you have someone else that is like mixing it, you start to feel bad. Like the amount of suggestions that come through, and it's like, could you raise this by a decibel? Could you drop this? Could this fade in a little bit? That like, especially as silly as it sounds, when they have full-time jobs, like mixing our stuff is not their priority. They've got a life. And the more notes and the more like
I don't.
Yeah, exactly. Like, no, but it's just internal. Like I don't feel bad saying like, could you do this and do this and do this and do this and do this. Whereas genuinely when it was going back to Nick and Connor, well Connor at the time, sorry, Elliot now, it's just you start feeling bad. As silly as it sounds, it's just too many suggestions.
I think we were like kind of actually really, despite being very noisy, we were actually pretty anal with it the whole time. To the point that I remember Rowan saying something like he's the only band he knows that actually argue about what songs we're going to play on the set. We like debate endlessly. Like, well, yeah, I know, yeah. So, I guess we're maybe more anal than people think.
Was it hard to kind of capture the energy that you have live in a recording environment? Like, did you find that challenge? Did you play them live, like recorded live, or was it all separate?
Yeah, it's for the album. Yeah, we decided to just record it all live because so much of it was based around like, well, they composed all sort of composed. we wrote the songs through the jamming, as Aidan had said previously. So we just thought there's no real point in, because a lot of it also depends on like playing off of each other's dynamics. And a lot of the times when we would play through the songs, we would never really play them the same way each time. So it would just like, in order to, one, just for like time's sake, not to spend
Yeah.
forever on it. Yeah, we did it all live, but also like that to kind of capture that energy, which,
That's cool.
yeah,
It definitely shows in the recording. That's cool.
thank you.
That's good.
And then I just want to talk about the collaboration as well that you did with Rachel. How does that came about in the first place? Who contacted you? How did you guys meet? Yeah, it's a Rachel, by the way.
Yeah. Hi. Hello. So Aidan messaged me first through the band account. Not that I knew, because I don't think he signed the messages, so I actually didn't know who I was talking to for most of it. But I assumed, because it seemed like that was kind of the way things were organized. But I think it was just after we'd seen them. I can't remember what gig it was. I bought a t-shirt, I remember that. But we'd come back from seeing my grandparents, and I had a message, and it was like, oh, do you want to make, we really like these collages you've done, do you want to make some for us? And I was like, it was kind of like inner fangirling with Luke. I was like, they've asked me to make art for them. And I was like, yeah, obviously. And the thing is, I'm not really a commission artist. I don't do much of it, so I did not know how to price anything or do anything. So I was like, I just am going to kind of ballpark everything, and you help me and tell me if that's okay. But yeah, and it really worked out well because I work fast, and they respond fast. So yeah, it was really fun.
That's cool. How, like, what does the commission involve? Is it just the cover, or what was it?
All in one. I think it was all in one message. It was for the. I think it was all at the same time for the singles and the album.
I think.
Yeah.
I think it probably was because I think that so much of the album is like it would be fucking terrible as a single. That
Yeah.
we kind of knew right away what would be. So I think it was probably just.
I think it was all together. Yeah. So I did there was 3 singles. So Venus, Appear, and Guck, which were more kind of like scrappy collages with kind of painted backgrounds. And then when it came to the album, obviously that wanted to look a bit more professional, a bit more finalized. So that was done in a mix of digital and physical, that's where it became hard for me because I am a fine art student. I am not a graphic designer. So I warned that. I was like, I can't. So someone else made the text prior. So I just had to put it all together in Photoshop, which was easy enough. But yeah, so commissioning is strange generally. But basically it's, hey, do you want to do this for me? Yes, I would. How much money? About this much. Thank you. And that's, yeah.
What was the process of making the pieces like?
So I like doing collage because I feel like it's a very organic medium where you do things sort of happen. So I got given, I got to hear all the demos, which was a great privilege, and like got lyrics and things like that, kind of to give a rough vibe and also rough color schemes. So I was working off of that. So I started basically just cutting out things from a whole bunch of books that I buy from charity shops and things like that. Never cut up new books, it's not worth it. And so basically it started by looking for things through color schemes. So Guck was green, so I cut out a bunch of green things and I'd keep them in envelopes. And just then start sort of slowly putting them together into different compositions, which I would then send to Aidan. And he would say, I like it this way or not this way, and this one's the best. And then I would go forward with that and just slowly get closer and closer to the point where they were finished, and then take good photos of them and send them over. Yeah. Yeah.
I should say I did send them to the other guys. It wasn't just.
Yeah, no, sorry. I'm not making it sound like it's an authoritarian thing. It was everyone got a say in it. It wasn't just me and Aidan ping-ponging, and then they all had to sit in the back or anything like that.
Went to the portable head's hive mind.
Yes, the portable head.
And how did we ended up doing the special edition collages for the cassette?
Well, you contacted me about that. So obviously I'd kind of seen the Wreaking Joy ones before this. where they'd all done drawings on the tapes, but obviously kind of I wanted to do things within the spirit of the rest of the artwork, which is collage. So I stuck with the album art was in primary colors, so red, blue, yellow. So there's 3 red collages, 3 yellow collages, 3 blue collages, and there's one black collage, because 10 is not a number that you can split into primary colors, because there's only 3 of them. So there's a special mystery one for whoever gets it. But yeah, they were just most of those collages are made from a book about an eyewitness book about technology.
Is that where that stuff came from?
No, those came. The cover of the album came from. I had this special effects book that came from my college library, and I believe. And this is embarrassing because I didn't realize, because my friend Molly, she said to me, she was like, oh, the cover is like, it's from Vertigo. And I was like, is it? And I was like, oh shit, so it is. So yeah, it's
So is that Grace Kelly?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, so hopefully. I know, new things every day. And and then I think the center, the guy's head is made from a science magazine cut out of like a galaxy. But yeah, it was just, I really like the way that image kind of fell together. But it's funny because as well with collage, because it comes together so naturally and so randomly, everyone will see different things in it. And there's also, my favorite one of the collages is for, I think it's either a pier, I think it's for a pier, and it has Jeff Goldblum from The Fly in it. Which hopefully Jeff Goldblum never gets upset about that, but I can't imagine he would. He seems like a really nice guy, so I felt pretty safe in that.
It actually inspired me to watch that movie.
It's a really good. If anyone's not seen The Fly, you should watch The Fly.
That's so good. Anybody has any more questions? Yep. That's it.
Sorry.
Thank you, Rachel.
What? Just going back to like recording it, what was the thing in the recording that you obsessed the most about getting right?
I don't know about obsessed about getting right. We could maybe circle for that, but the thing that took the longest was Octopus. As a live take, it was just an absolute nightmare. It takes like, I think it took like 12 plus takes. I don't even know, because the thing, I'll bring this up because I'm not here. We did also get, it was Jamie and Jacob, wasn't it,
Yeah.
from Commerce at the time, to come in and do a little bit of help recording as well, just to do whatever. And we got through like 4 takes of Octopus, and it turns out the microphone wasn't on.
No, it was the, they had pointed it at a guitar cabinet that wasn't actually plugged in. Yeah, that was the take that we were most happy with as well. And I went, yeah, for some reason, Aiden's guitar sounds really far away.
See, like all the embellishments on Octopus as well, like all the strings and stuff as well, like, I take it, is that like some of Callum's?
Just
like,
Callum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
full credit there.
So, like, were you all in total agreement, like, oh yeah, let's get some like strings in? Because I guess for kind of like, post-hardcore, post-rock stuff, it's not like the most common kind of sound to hear, but did you all just kind of agree, oh yeah, that sounds sick?
I think we heard it on, well, like we did violins on The Slow Becoming, and then we went, screw it, we're going to use and abuse that sound as much as we can.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know if there was much of an actual discussion. I think it was just
Get Callum had an idea for an arrangement to go behind Venus and also Skeletal, and just went, yeah, we were like happy to let him do that.
Cool.
I don't know about the sound that was most obsessed over. I genuinely can't think. Because it was live, it's like, you kind of have to make concessions that some things wouldn't turn out as good as they could.
I probably took a lot of time doing vocal performances because I was never very happy with it.
There was also a lot of lip smacking.
I know, yeah, I'm also mad apparently for lip smacking to the point that I went Vaseline all around my mouth trying to stop me from doing it. It might have made it worse to be fair, but... It's just in a couple of like a big tub of bath.
Did you use the circle with tights through it? Is it the vocal popper?
No, I might need to do that though. We did have the pop show, but it just wasn't enough.
It was your lip smacking.
It was the lip smacking, yeah. Lips about.
Did you secretly use that in the background of any songs as a noise?
No, yeah.
That was guts.
Anybody else has any more questions? Yep.
What was the process behind writing the lyrics?
I think it's mostly just either stuff I was reading or stuff I was thinking about at the time, I guess. I feel like up here was always about like people around me. I think a lot of stuff, there was a lot of like climate anxiety, I think, spread across the album as well. I feel like I remember reading something about Venus being like mostly carbon dioxide, and the lyrics to that song basically just became about our planet becoming politically carbon dioxide. I can't really think what else. I think it was mostly just reading books and stuff like that.
What books?
I don't know. I think Guck came from Naked Lunch, which is which explains why it's so disgusting.
What was that? Sorry,
I think Guck came from Naked Lunch, the William S. Burroughs novel, which is a bit of a ride. I'm trying to think what else.
There's also Colin stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's Hang On Song as well, so you can maybe speak to that.
I could have
I guess Sweet Dreams came from just the idea of it being like a lullaby thing. Yeah. I can't really say much more.
I mean, I literally sing on one song. I probably won't again, so I don't like singing. I mean, the way I historically wrote lyrics is just very much like I guess, Kim Gordon, what's his name, what's that guy, Kurt Cobain. That kind of like school of just sort of, again, collage, going back to that, where you just have a lyric or an idea, grab them together and make some sort of semblance of paragraphs and stuff. So if you are listening to Nowhere and you're wondering what it's about, it's genuinely about nothing. It's just a collection of lines that literally mean nothing. Like very free flowing.
I write nothing.
Hey, you're speaking of God.
Am I?
Yeah, what are you saying at the start?
What are you saying then?
Oh.
The elevator music.
Who knows? I don't really say anything important. Actually, no, there's one part that I sing on, but you can't actually tell it's me. That's on the title track, Attractor, where when you start singing, there's a layer of vocals that there's a machine that I have that is called the Nightmare Machine, because I can't find a better word for it. No, it's called something. It's called like the MOPA19 or something. So Nightmare Machine's a lot more catchy. But yeah, it's got like a contact mic just underneath it, and so there's me singing into that through a bunch of distortion and octave effects. So yeah, you can't actually tell that I'm doing that.
Cool. Any more questions there? Yeah, that's it.
How did you guys find Rachel's art?
Yeah, sure. So, as far as the single, so the really crappy and rough outline of the album cover, I'm not taking any credit, like, I did a horrible job on my Samsung photo editor app for a very vague outline, which, I'll be honest, is kind of cribbing on, if you know Modest Mouse's Lonesome Crowded West, it's kind of cribbing on that cover with the sort of white, the scrolly text. There's like a really crappy version of that, and then I think it was after some gig, whichever one they did, but I think it was actually maybe Callum had stumbled on the 3 collage pieces, which I genuinely probably still have screenshots somewhere, that Callum said, oh, this would probably be a good look for the rest, and I think that's more why, as the singles, they look the way they do, is because those ones have more of a sort of visual overlap almost. But it was literally just like finding on Instagram, so I wouldn't be way too. Yeah.
I don't know how, I'm sure you do remember, but actually, because it might be through this. I think this is probably when we first started following each other. Was we actually had a show together that Hooligan put on? I exhibited a piece I'd made in the first year. Which was a bunch of cardboard that kept falling off the wall the whole night. But Portable Heads played, and that's the first time I saw them. And I think, they started following me from that. So it was probably on the radar from there. But I wasn't really, that was way before I was doing any of that stuff. So yeah.
The poster for that show was also like some sort of collage. There was a panda sitting and everything.
It was as well.
Just like finding more coincidences and stuff like that. That was really fun. Anybody else has any more questions before? One more question, if anybody has it, before we go and try to play the last two tracks on the record. No? Right.
Go for it.
I also, sorry, just before, I have the collage pieces from the inner sleeve that will hopefully be seen soon on the vinyls.
What is this?
So I think there's tiny versions of them on the tapes, but I have that the inner pieces, the inner sleeves are a mix of drawings and collage, and I have them in an envelope that I've kept sort of jammed somewhere, so I kind of bring them along. So if anyone wants to see them, I can like put them out on the table over there or something if you'd like.
That's amazing. Yeah. You think they'll fit in there?
Yeah, probably will. Or I could. There's that one.
Yeah. More space for everybody.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Did I hear something about an vinyl or something? Was that a secret?
It's not a secret. We just don't know what's happening. So we eventually did. So the Moly Digital guys, I think there's a vinyl over there. It's a shameless plug, but it's not me, so just plug. But we played a show with them, and they had the record out, and we literally just asked them. They're very friendly, despite the music.
One of them also looks really like Colin.
Yeah, he looks like an evil Colin. I'll get his fucking photo up, sure. But no, we literally just asked them and just said like, where did you get it done? Because it's like a single record. They're obviously like, that was the first album, and they just told us a website that we ordered from. I don't know if we've been scammed, but we haven't heard very much. Callum's got the email, so I don't know what's going on. But I think they should hopefully be en route.
We may have been scammed.
Eventually. By the time LP2 is out, we'll have LP1 out on vinyl, so fingers crossed.
Thank you so much for the interview. Are we clappy really nice? And now we're going to make sure this is not very loud to begin with, and then listen to the last two tracks. Okay. Sorry. I need a light for this. Yeah, tape machine, fast forward a bit. No. Okay. So it's like 30 minutes in for the last two tracks. 35 minutes in.
I have no idea, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds alright.
Let's find out. We can
Yeah.
tape is fun, isn't it? Just make sure. This is like 15 minutes before it finishes, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, that song's like perfect. So,
Yeah, cool.
or maybe.
I don't remember the exact thing.
Yeah.
I listened to the song all the time, give me 2 seconds.
I think maybe another 10 minutes or something.
But yeah, I think it's probably about.
What, you want to listen to the last two?
I think you got a minute like 33. Spotify's telling me it's 44 minutes long, and the last two tracks like 11 minutes.
I think the last two tracks are 10 minutes. Yeah, I think the 32.
Okay.
So where are we just now? In which song?
It's just like doing the math back.
Nice. Yeah.
What did you say that was at the beginning?
It's just vocals covered, which is about like half a
This one's nowhere, so a little bit further.
A little bit further.
Yeah, I think it was 3 minutes basically.
Okay. We'll just do it from there.
Yeah, cool.
perhaps like 2 minutes or so. Okay. Cool, cool. Enjoy. Gonna plug this.
Thank you.
What's coming on?
Playing a little xylophone that I got just right at the end of recording. And piano as well.
We did it. Rachel's due to display the artwork there. Yeah. I'll let some quick tour.
Yeah, the 11th and 12th. One will be in the church. I think that's on the 11th and then the 12th in Glasgow. That will be 150 Colness and Oker, which is yeah, just those 2 days. I mean, like if we need to, it's just that kind of thing. Well, it depends on pretty well. The old hairdressers.
We just get someone else to do something.
Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah.
We just give 3 people 30 quid,
Yeah, that
and he'll be happy, right?
should be fun. Yeah. Well, they say you can try and get more 50 quid crazy for the same thing.
Yeah, but
it's getting syndicate. I've got a bunch more stuff for this through test. Yeah, we would love to.
That's all the money.
But if we get to the sound engineer, would they do it without a sound engineer?
I asked
So all these rooms are ours.
but you wouldn't tell me a flat out price. She's like,
Yeah, Rachel's Rachel's
Okay.
But you Rachel's
Without the sound engineer, that works out as 240, which is about
So you know what's recording?
How much we get in there as well.
How can you provided spec if you've not fucking provided us?
Last rehearsal that we had, floated around the idea
Okay.
of that is very fair. Interview about
It's progress. It's the same thing as we had earlier. Like today's been the day of getting I'm working on the information.
okay.
So we can properly
So
figure out
that
what we need
is
then
Matthew
we
Go
know
from
everything
Machine Speak,
on the
doesn't it? Do sort of like a score from okay. It was not when they were playing, it would have gone.
It was just I think it was what they're doing like.
It was nice how he's been in it.
I was. Did Hazel tell you they were coming in or?
Yeah. She messaged me, yeah.
We should tell us here. Real nice. We've bumped to Indy as well.
Ah, sweet.
Yeah, you're alright. They're going to be booths. There's that.
Like to do all sets up as well. Yeah.
What Emily was doing. Adam works in the Scottish Water as well.
He does, yeah.
But I think it's doing.
Yes. Which I was not aware that we were able to. But no, yeah. It's it's a real pain in the ass for him. It serves him
Organising
right. Like, he winds up making something. He just goes, oh no, I have to change the other base for this. I'm like, do you have to change for the other base for this? And then as soon as he does, I'm like, you're right, you do. But yeah, it's like a whole bunch of nonsense for him to hook anything up. Because it winds up with cases of
last time I just had it plugged
he knocked the
straight
cable
to
loose
speakers
and was wondering why his first pedal wasn't working, and then that's why there was a mass, like when it got plugged back.
You can't hear, you can't hear it. The microphone stays little, so you can put them on. Yeah, no, it's awesome. We'll do that every time we have a team. And then we're trying to see if we can
That sounds so much better.
Yeah, I know. We have a couple more. So even the
saturated to the point where I really wanted it to sound.
And then again,
Thank you so much.
And it's the channel is Max Summer that runs the label of those systems that makes the tapes. In the same fashion of us, like, it's just like they make the tapes and they just give it to the band and does that. I had the guys from Goldmold and Fuzzbat saying, I don't know if they contacted you already, but they were saying, look, can we put it in the Bandcamp and can we put like the tracks? And I was like, I didn't think I wouldn't like that, so I think you should just like sell it physically. Yeah, no. I didn't think so. Yeah, I don't think that is fair. So, and I think they're okay just selling it and being there, you know, on the site. I have your copies on the site, by the way.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Settle down. Let's go. Sure, it'll be fine.
I'm not fucking with the Kings again. I'm straight on for It was so good. Stuff like that.
When I start making joy, is that right? No worries. I didn't even want to see it.